Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. Thank you all for your patience with me while I kind of got myself back in a routine here. There was a little bit of a come down from the holidays there where I really just didn't have the momentum built up to record this often enough to have the daily uploads there. Luckily I had like quite a few random things in my backlog, some of which were like 2 to 3 years old. Kind of insane. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm living in a literal different place in a couple of those videos. So, I don't know, it felt nice to at least upload those in the meantime. But I should be back on track to upload this daily until we're complete. Because now, you know, we're well into the new year. I got some other things taken care of and I can just get back to playing the game. So I'm excited for that. I have no idea how much I have left. I'm creeping up on the 47 episodes that the original non-DLC West of Loathing playthrough was. It's like kind of wild that I still have a couple chapters of this game to go and I'm like almost at that point. This game is large, is the main takeaway from that. So, let me read through this on my own here. So I have to go back and talk to the frog guy. I didn't realize I hadn't finished up that little storyline bouncing back and forth between the frogs and the humans and the frogs. The smell of the wisp I came across once, and I don't think I had like the correct stench protection equipped. And then the flyman or man-fly we have to go deal with. Oh, more than that even actually. The padlocks and the fences, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. I think as good as this is, I think I need the stench armor for when I encounter the smell of the wisp. 8 should be enough. I think that's all I need based on like where things were at. This map is very filled in. You find the arm of a traveling salesman sticking out of the ground. Given the condition of the arm, it seems like the body it's attached to must have been down there for quite some time. Just yoink a ring off of him. The ring slips easily off the arm's finger, or the hand on the arm, on the finger on the hand on the arm, because the finger is both wet and withered with decay. One or the other would have sufficed. The prismatic ring. This ring has 5 different colors of little plastic gems mounted on it. Is this like a weird infinity ring thing? Reality Shift adds 2 additional armor of each element. Reality Shift, I guess, must be like a spell you can use. Give the arm a proper burial. Every time you try to dig, the hole immediately fills up with water. You decide to just use the shovel to press the arm down below the surface and call it a day. Wetlands are kind of gross. I had to do surveys out in the wetland, and so you had your starting position, and then you had to go out 50 meters in each cardinal direction. So, you know, 50 meters, 50 meters, 50 meters, 50 meters. So it was 400 meters of walking at each thing, which is like quite a lot through mucky, crappy swamp, and the entire time, the measurements we were trying to take, things were just filling back in like that, and I'm like writing down this data, and in my mind I was like, this is the biggest waste of time I've maybe ever done a day's work in my life, and that was days, multiple days of that, and I assume that data was useless and thrown in the trash. It was, good God. The only other time I felt like I wasted my time more was when I had to clean up the snow dump when I was working for the town back where I like grew up. The snow dump was when they cleaned out the roads in the winter. It was the piece of land that they took all the snow to, and so we had to clean the garbage out of the snow dump. And it's like, we're cleaning a dump? What are we doing? That was the biggest waste of a day I think I've ever had. Hey, what's up? Did you shift those maggots yet? Yeah, didn't exactly get a parade for my efforts though. Well, yeah, expecting gratitude from a frog is basically a losing proposition. Me, though, I'm learning. Check this out. Thank you very much. I'm glad he learned. You're welcome. So with that, we probably have fully cleared out that quest. Yeah, that's totally taken care of then. Don't have to worry about that. Let's go to the old Flettenberg place to deal with the man-fly. And maybe we'll encounter the smell of the wisp on the way there. I'm genuinely not seeing it. Oh, it's way off in the corner. This might be the one that I visited and then was like, oh shit, I gotta remember that I gotta come back to here. Good, I'm glad I equipped the handkerchief. You're browsing your way through the swamp, taking a sniff through the nose trumpet. I think this is probably the same dialogue, but we'll see. This swamp smells terrible. I mean, a swamp is literally just standing water and rotting compost, the biome. So it's not like that's news or anything, but you wouldn't be surprised if this swamp was at least nominated for world's worst smelling swamp. Oh, God in heaven, what is that? Something smells like a rotten egg, matted with a tire fire, and the egg, it all went rotten. Squinting, it must be the smell of the wisp. Run up and grab it. Holding your nose and your breath, you run up and snatch at the wisp before it can fly away, collecting a clump of air so foul it sticks to your hand. Fortunately, you've got an empty jar you can scrape it off into. The stinky ester. An essential distillation of foulness. Blech. I even have the handkerchief equipped there. Maybe I've noticed something like that before, but I like the detail of that little representation of us updating, even though something like the necklace doesn't show up. The mailbox says Flettenberg on the side. You casually commit a federal crime. I'm so frustrated by the amount of junk mail that I have, and I still don't have whatever the hell would be needed to open it. Alphonse, you got anything you want to say about any of this? I feel like he didn't, alert me to this. So I'll leave him alone. Some vicious goo has rendered this house entirely decorative. It's just here to fill out the scene. A gas generator is providing power to the barn in exchange for pastoral ambiance. Fly away from here, far, far away, yes. Whoa, yeah, the little tiny guy. So did he just make a giant fly and a tiny him? They didn't, blend together or anything like that? The very small man inside the machine is clearly trying to get your attention. Hi, I'm Grammy. Do you need help? I absolutely need help, thank you. My name's Flettenberg, Paul Flettenberg. I moved back into my parents' old house here because nobody would give me lab space for my experiments. It turns out an assistant would have been nice to have. What are you trying to do? Improve myself. Better, faster, stronger. At least one of those. But I put the wrong settings in the control console, and all that happened was that I shrank. So he went from the fly to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but he just directly himself. You can't just change the settings? The door doesn't open from inside. But, yeah, I didn't think it through. Okay, well, I can just let you out. No. Opening the door will depolarize the booth, and it takes months for the field emitters to recharge. Not to mention the fact that I'd have to collect all new supplies of genetic material, so the door can only be opened once. Geez, you really didn't think this through. What should I do then? You'll have to fix the settings on the console. What should I set it to? Clearly, if I knew that, I wouldn't have put the wrong ones in myself. Just make me better before you open the door. Better than what? Better than a normal guy. I don't know. I spent so long thinking about how I could build this machine that I didn't have any time left to think about why I built it. I'll see what I can do. Incredibly vague. You really just absolutely screwed yourself here on every conceivable level. A bench of welding tools and supplies. This shelf contains a lot of things that you don't know what they are, what they do. Covered in tools, it's just a crafting bench. Next to the workbench is a pile of much smaller workbenches. There are so many, he surely wouldn't mind. Tiny workbench. So he has something to work on when he's full-sized again. Flettenberg must have been working on miniaturization technology before he developed his weird fly obsession. So, I thought that was going to be, I could have a traveling workbench, but maybe it's something for him to work on when he gets out of there. If this guy cared about these tools, he probably wouldn't have left them on the floor. Finders keepers, then. Self-adhesive rivets and a miniature blowtorch. This is dangerous, but at least it's small. Add +1 fire to a weapon. He's got all these teeny tiny little things around. So, it's sharpened, hefty. If I add fire to an ice cream scoop, that's quite the combination. Do you want to add the blowtorch? Yes, you weld the blowtorch to the sharpened, hefty, frigid ice cream scoop. So it's flamin' sharpened, hefty, frigid ice cream scoop. It's flamin' and it's frigid. Using a different blowtorch, which you borrow from somebody who walked by at that exact time. Excellent. Is this +6 cold damage and causes 1 on fire? What a mixture, combination of things there. Barely hanging in there. Or like barley? Was it supposed to be like barley? Looks like Flettenberg is a fan of crates and barrels. Quite a collection. A glass case with 2 giant horrible flies in it. They're like big flies, giant is a stretch. We've seen much gianter. The crazy controls for this crazy contraption. Mess with them. The screen above the lever reads, body, head, lungs, all Flettenberg, pituitary gland, fly, hat, fly. Is a fly hat? I want him to have the... Do I want him to have anything of a human? Or like, what parts of a fly should he have? I could give him a head, a fly head. The machine rumbles, you look back at the screen, step away. Is he going to be upset about that? Where there was once a Flettenberg, there is now a tiny buzzing fly-headed homunculus. Now Flettenberg is a tiny human body and a fly head. Buzz, buzz. Are you actually just saying the word buzz? Buzz. Now what? Not just yet. He's probably not better. I doubt he wants a fly head. But if he had fly lungs for some reason, I don't know what good that would do. You probably like barely breathe. Tiny Flettenberg scowls at you and tries to say something, but no sound comes out except for his extremely labored breathing. Yeah, you don't want fly lungs. I don't know what good that would do. If I gave you a human hat? That's incredible. He looks at you, points at you, then points at the console. Okay, geez, I get it. You keep your tiny little hat. You can have a human pituitary gland. Whatever I was saying. He seems to be 100% Flettenberg at this point. He's wearing a nice hat. Okay, well, this is just the normal me, like before I even got in here. This is exactly what I do not want. Oh, right, you told me that. I think now if I gave him fly lungs, he would still just be like, he can't breathe, right? He flaps his mouth a few times, but doesn't seem to be able to speak. The way he's breathing seems pretty uncomfortable, too. Alright, you can have human lungs, and you'll have a fly body, so you can, like, I don't know. Oh, good God, that's fucking so much worse than I thought. I didn't realize he was gonna I thought he would become tiny. Ugh. He's now a giant fly with a human head. Oh God, 1 sec, I'll try again. No, wait, this one is actually pretty great. What? I can fly, and I have the proportionate strength of a fly scaled up to human size. What's not to love? But if I gave you fly lungs now, though, would that be good? So how's this one? Flettenberg opens and closes his mouth. Okay, so he's still like, you need human-sized lungs in there then. I will keep everything else. I think this is it. I think I'm letting him out like this. Good God, are you sure? Yes? You let him out of the booth. Heck yeah! I can't wait to get up to all kinds of giant fly stuff. But before you go, I need to get a chest hair off of you. Do I still have those? Okay, well, whatever, sure. Flyman's chest hair. A luxurious hair for the chest of a truly remarkable specimen of masculinity. Thanks, it's for... I probably just don't want to know. I'm out. See ya. Okay, bye. The chamber is empty. There's nothing left to do with the machine. Wow, that was... odd. Yeah, I would say that sums up my thoughts on it. That's about everything. A black shape looms into view. At first it's difficult to make out from the silhouette, but it seems to be a massive shadow brute. It doesn't immediately react to your presence, perhaps it's facing away, although again it's hard to tell. From its movements, it seems to be eating something. Then another shape, a flappy bat-winged shape, unfurls itself onto the brute's shoulder and screeches noiselessly at you, and the brute starts to turn around. Oh! notably bigger than I thought, a shadow brute, and a shadow bat. It's quite large, but it's pretty susceptible to getting killed. Yep, that went well. You won! You successfully banished the horrible creature back to where it came. If only that were a little further away. It's just like around the corner. It has a nice condo just across the street there. I would have checked on all that. I don't remember which one of you wanted to know about which thing. How's it all going then? He's busy, he's doing his own thing. She has a fly thing over here. Huh? Hi, did you meet the fly man? Did you get, yeah, I got it here. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna put it in this little silver locket and treasure it forever. What's he like? Was his experiment a success? I've gotta go. The kid takes your sash, pins another badge on it, and hands it back to you. It's increasingly looking like just a tentacle. I don't remember which one of these would be new. One of the muscle, mysticality, moxie. I think the muscle one was new. One combat item and HP. It's like good. The sash is very, very good, but my emerald thing is excellent. So, you know what? It was definitely like this kid who wanted to smell this one, the one who's smelling things. Did you find the smell of the wisp? I sure did. Please don't open the jar while I'm in the room. That bad, huh? I wonder if it's gotten stronger since I met it. Anyway, thanks for your help. You hand over the nose trumpet she lent you and the jar of foulness you collected. And we get another badge, extra meat drops. Thanks! And I think with that, I will have done all of the quests in the monster shack. I can't believe I haven't found a fence to paint, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. 11 padlocks from his ancestral home. What do I think? Does that seem like the sort of thing that I squeeze into this? Mob submarine. I didn't read it just a second ago. I was glancing things. Remove booze from the mob's sunken submarine. I will go do that. You find an interesting looking rock half buried. You pull it out, you yank the rock out to reveal it wasn't interesting after all. 7 experience. Hobo code. Translate. It's 10. Disappointing lack of sandwiches inside. Well, forewarned is forearmed, I guess. This place is suboptimal. Go elsewhere. The hatch leads down into the submarine. Head on down. I assumed this was not going to be a very large quest. This pipe is clogged. Unclog it. You got Russian clogs. A dancing Russian plumber's favorite and least favorite thing. Adds a kick when you're Russian places. I've been skating for so long. I am excited actually to have new shoes and do whatever it's called, like the Trotsky kick. I can't remember if that's actually what it's called or if that's just what it's called in like TF2 or something. The back half of the submarine is blocked by an impenetrable tangle of roots. These submariners must have used their extra steam to do their laundry. The washer contains a very nasty hat. Mildewy sailor's hat. There's nothing more aggressive than a sailor who's angry that their hat is all gross. +4 to melee attacks. This hatch is labeled torpedo, including the period. Not exciting at all. The wheel on the hatch is stuck fast. No amount of grunting or straining will make it go round and round. They're like very wheels on the bus. It's a periscope, which is a device for looking at a guy named Perry. No Perrys on the horizon today, Captain. I didn't realize I get to be the captain while I'm down here. Big fan of that. This control panel has a big dial on it labeled internal pressure. Turn the dial. Set the pressure to 2. I probably didn't do anything. You hear a large burst of steam as the pressure changes. Leading down to the lower deck, you open the hatch to discover that the lower deck is completely flooded. You'll need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. Oh. Do I have a hat of some kind that is a breathing apparatus? I don't think so. Perhaps it would be an accessory. Is this something I was given and I've like lost track of? I don't think I could breathe through any of those quest items. It probably would have prompted it to me, if that were the case. None of that is going to be what I'm looking for. Shoes, pants, rings, offhand. No, I think if I had what I needed, it probably would, like, prompt me to put it on. Oh, I can at least fish down here. You can't fish through the closed door, and it closes if you're not holding it. Oh, well, that's kind of ridiculous that it even offered, isn't it? What if I set you to 5? or do 100? I'm just messing around with things. I have no idea. I thought that would be much simpler. Breathing apparatus, hey? I don't know if I should... Maybe this will tell me. Do I need to report back? Remove the booze. No, I have no further direction to go off of there. It's up to me to figure that out. I think I went to, all these that are not labeled new. So I can feel good about having tackled a lot of that. I think next, Mudhenge. Mudhenge was shown to me so long ago, I've mostly lost track. You hear a commotion, or perhaps a tussle, or a good old-fashioned ruckus nearby. Investigating, you find that several vampires have a gator man pinned to the ground and appear to be trying to vampirize him. I have had this encounter before. They get all upset about everything, even though I'm just trying to do my best. Rude. Very, very rude of them. And so I suppose I need to get involved. I don't have to. I'm very much inserting myself into the situation, which not everyone's going to be grateful for. There was something there that I didn't even know was there, I don't think. You won. You could make a suitcase out of the gatorman's skin, but then you could have a suitcase that catches fire in the daytime. Yes, I have seen that. A bunch of stuff that I think I've seen. I think I've seen the blood shine distilled into a powerful, fast-acting elixir. You have to admit, sometimes vampires have the right idea. Yeah, I think I would have seen all that before. Welcome to Mudhenge. Admission to meet. A very clean booth for such a muddy henge. Welcome to Mudhenge. What is this place? Friend, it's Mudhenge. Is that like Stonehenge? I don't see the comparison. You don't. Look, we could talk for hours about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big. Stonehenge is strong. I've gone over all this. So with respect, what I'm interested in talking about is Mudhenge, which is a formidable monument in its own right, and so much more than a first draft of Stonehenge, as they sometimes say in the magazines. Well, what's so special about Mudhenge? Special? Well, during the swamp solstice, it's said that the need for a compass placed upon the central altar will point not west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need the most. That's special enough for you? When is the swamp solstice? If you're in a swamp, it's pretty much always the swamp solstice. And what is secret west? I'm no mystician, but secret west is the direction in which lies the thing that your heart is most missing. And it's said that a compass laid on the altar of Mudhenge during the swamp solstice will point to secret west. That was the object of the Mudhenge challenge, but of course, we don't run the challenge anymore. Too hard, too many missing presumed deads. What does that mean, the thing your heart is most missing? Well, it's kind of up to you, up to your heart, that is. Could be a secret crush, that new job, maybe just a piece of bread. Guess it could help me find Charles, huh? Charles, is that your secret crush? Maybe you're my secret crush. Sir, I'm married. Well, I'd like to visit Mudhenge then. Well, and why wouldn't you? It's the best and most mysterious henge this side of the border. Admission is to meet. What border? I believe it's all of them. I don't pay for anything I can do for free. Thinking about hopping the fence? Sure, go ahead. But there's one thing you haven't counted on. You won't have the informational brochure that comes with the ticket. Oh, you're right. I need that. I absolutely do. I knew you wouldn't be able to come all this way without seeing the famous Mudhenge. Here's a pamphlet that goes over just about everything we know about the history of this ancient monument. You promised me a brochure. I've been scammed. The history of Mudhenge. A short brochure. Mixed messages, I tell ya. Complimentary with your admission to Mudhenge. I'll be on my way, thanks. Little is known about the history of Mudhenge. Is that it? That's the full history. Don't be a stranger. Oh, see, married. Very flirtatious. Oh, a Moximus mudbloom. Gather its nectar. You collect the fashionable goo from inside the dirty petals. I can't paint this fence. Someone's gonna lose their job at the fence factory. Wait. There's no gate. That is my only way through. I would not have admission otherwise. Well, that's how you get the brochure, I guess. Whoa. I genuinely didn't expect that. Oh shit, I don't want that. I wanted to go to the thing that looked like hobo code. That looked like / definitely was. Ooh, an arcane message. Translated the message on the rocks. Drowned Mary's crown is buried past the hued tower. Yep, I got no idea what that means. I'm gonna keep going through these small gates. Here's the hobo code I wanted. Nice, I have the means. According to this, there's an old boxcar nearby that the railroad company abandoned when it sank in the swamp. Well, oh, there was more to that. You already read it. It just mentions the boxcar. Doesn't seem to have any bearing on Mudhenge at all. I don't get experience or anything for that one. That's incredibly lame, actually. Is that ancient rock or whatever? Yeah, it's not always there. It's only in specific locations. What's that? Over to the east. Well, thank you for drawing my attention. Hello, weirdo. This crazed gatorman appears out of nowhere and is champing at the bit to make sure you're nowhere 5 minutes from now. What is that? He's just trying to kill me? Clean his clock. What a strange encounter. He's just a mush muncher. He's got no other any real thing going on here. I see. The Gatorman rallies for another round, but a hand rises from the swamp and drags him down screaming. Good God. A backpack stashed in the swamp is certain to contain illicit material. Parental guidance is advised. There's a complete change of clothes in the sack and a black embossed card sticking out of the back pants pocket. Drowned Mary's crown is buried past the hued tower. A phrase so nice you've read it twice. Turn the card over. The nudist's creed. Nothing is worn. Everything is visible. You elect to leave everything in the bag where you found it. Nothing is your size anyways. Well, I am going to unequip everything and hopefully remember what all I had equipped before. I don't think I ever went through that one. I'm trying to keep some vague track of where I've gone, and now at this point I don't have a clue anymore. They don't even... I can't even tell if there's a consistency to which ones led out of where. Yep, that one always goes through there. But does it matter what way I walk through it? It doesn't. This one spits me out over here. The rightmost one. Oh, the rock. So the rock I don't think is appearing anymore. So is it possible that I've already completed? Stop. Oh, that is not the first time I've seen that Gatorman. I just thought it was Alphonse, but Alphonse has glasses on. So definitely not the same. Let's see if I can track him down, corner him, what have you. I won't. Maybe I should find a more systematic way of going about this. I'm guessing now that this has been the same every time. That I'm not actually teleporting to new areas. It's just different things are present at different times. And each doorway is probably a tweaked version of this. I'm guessing. So I just went through one of the two pair, I'll go through the other of the pair. There's several broken ones. I don't think I can, like, repair them or anything like that. That doesn't seem to have any bearing on this. Well, heck. I think I'm lost. And I wish I would have, like, I don't know, written down. Oh, am I adding things to here? That would have been really helpful. Surely I can find the gator, like, one more time. I'm just gonna weave in and out of things a little while longer. Hey! You stop! Damn it! How many times am I gonna end up chasing people? And I didn't remotely make any sort of mental note of which gates I walked through when I'm finding each individual person. Alright, time to walk through them in an orderly manner. Left to right. So I'll do this one next. And I'm starting to question if I have a way out of here. Do I just walk vaguely the direction that I, like, originally entered through? Hopefully that just takes me back to the main, like, starting area of all of this. Can I sneak up on you? Damn you, man. But things are changing at least. That's promising. That has some level of encouragement to go along with it. It's mentioning that box card. Does that mean I should be going to the box card? But I've already seen it. That wouldn't be a new thing for me, you know? The clue about being nude felt just so important when I did it. When I just stripped down naked. I did it with the fervor of someone who was, like, waiting for an excuse to strip down, you know? They read the word nude, and it was like, oh, of course, the solution to this puzzle will be that I get naked. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm solving a cryptic ancient puzzle from Mudhenge. I'm certainly not exposing myself because I'm an exhibitionist of any kind. I'm doing it to solve a mystery. So please, don't mind me while I strut around here in my birthday suit. Oh, I didn't mean to. I hope I didn't screw that up in some way. Ah, nuts. Now my systematic system is gutted. Ah, no! No! Shit. That's not even a misclick. I miskeyboarded. No. No, that was so clearly, like, the center of all of this. I think things were mostly going in order. Drowned Mary's crown is buried past the Hewed Tower. We'll try to find the Hewed Tower. I don't know what that is, where that will be. That stayed, which is a little bit surprising. I guess I'm just gonna... There's no point continually commentating on this. Okay, there's a new thing at least, though. I'm back to this. Pants, drowned Marys, nothing is worn, everything is visible. So that felt important. Perhaps it still is. The order in which you enter these clearly does matter. I'm just going to keep zigzagging through them totally willy-nilly until I find that cow portal again. There it is. My strategy turned into walking into whatever little door I had just popped out of. So rather than, like, trying to do them in any sort of order, I just kept going into them. Things kind of randomly kept alternating their way through. Hello, we've met before, haven't we? When we meet, it is not me. I'm with ya. Behind the boxcar, do you remember Grammy of the Valley? Oh, way back. Yeah, like one of the first things we did, right? It is not much time. This is help. This to help you go where you are going. We're going all the way back to the gas stuff? Is this for the bus? I don't need that anymore. I got enough gas for the bus. More than enough, actually. Sorry. I come to give help. I come from far away. I come at great personal cost. That's nice, but I haven't had to fill up a bus in quite some time. Have you got anything else? You had a good go at it. Thanks for your input. Sorry? What the shit? Surely there's something else that I need the gas for. No, what? I didn't keep it. He straight up left after that. Can I force him to appear again? Like, this is how I was moving through the portals. That might have been it. I portaled myself like 50 more times. I don't even know. I think that was it. I potentially like missed out on whatever that was all about. Drowned Mary's thing. Hopefully I can figure that out someday. Oh, I genuinely don't know how to leave here. I assumed I just had to walk off to the side. Oh, can I just wander though? If I at least wander away? I don't want to deal with any of that. Found you! Alphonse, are you worried about me, man? How'd you find me? You leave. I leave. Find here. How'd you know where to look for me? Coincidence. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to get dressed again, and that's probably where I'm going to leave the episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Perhaps I missed something, like, notably important in that area. I hope not as much as it feels like. But, TBD. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to pitch me on some episode titles, and I hope to see you all again soon.